Before the beginning of the universe, when there was nothing, a huge explosion occurred known as the Big Bang. This explosion was so precise and calculated that it created a perfect universe. If this explosion had been slightly stronger, no galaxies would have been formed, nor would this universe exist. And if it had been slightly weaker, this universe would have collapsed within itself. So who set this equilibrium? Let's take a closer look at this finely tuned universe of God. Earlier, scientists believed that this universe has always existed, that it has no beginning, and they did not accept that the universe was created. Because as soon as you believe that this universe was created, you have to accept that there is a creator, which is completely against atheism. To avoid this, the notion was created that this universe has always existed, while there was no scientific proof to substantiate this claim. Then, in the 20th century, some evidence emerged that indicated that all the matter in this universe was in the form of a single point mass whose volume was zero due to its immense gravitational force. Then there was an explosion in this point mass, which the world knows as the Big Bang, and this universe came into existence from the debris of this explosion. Now, two things emerged from this Big Bang. First, this universe has not always existed, but began with the Big Bang. And second, all the matter in this universe, such as Earth, Sun, stars, galaxies, etc., were in the form of a single point with zero volume. Having a zero volume means that it was nothing. It was not anything at all. In other words, this entire universe came into existence from nothing, meaning there was absolutely nothing, and then this universe was formed. Now let us reflect on this verse of the Qur'an. When He intends to do something, He merely says to it, "Be," and it is. Allah does not need anything to create. He can make anything from nothing. The myth that this universe has always existed has been buried in history. But now, there are two questions that troubled every materialist. What was there before the Big Bang? And what was that power that brought a non-existent universe into existence with an explosion and established the existence of a creator? A famous philosopher, Antony Flew, also accepted that cosmologists are providing scientific proof that this universe had a beginning. Many scientists, who did not blindly adhere to atheism, have admitted the presence of a creator in the creation of this universe, and have speculated that this creator is a being who created matter and time and is above these things, namely matter and time. Well-known astrophysicist Hugh Ross once said, "If the universe and time began together, as the space theorem says, then the universe exists because of an entity operating from a different time dimension that predates the universe and its time." This means that God is not the universe, nor is He inside this universe. The Big Bang not only proves that an explosion happened and this universe came into existence, but it also shows that the explosion was a very planned, systematic, and controlled explosion. That explosion scattered matter and energy, which is spreading all around the space at a great speed till now. With that explosion were born the laws of physics, which are uniform till date and have never changed. Explosions always ruin things, whether it is the explosion of a bomb, volcanic explosion, natural gas explosion, or solar explosion. All kinds of explosions bring destructive effects. Sir Fred Hoyle, a renowned astronomer, says that explosions break apart matter. But the Big Bang did something mysterious and clumped matter together to form galaxies. Regarding how fine-tuned this explosion was, a renowned physicist, Paul Davies, says, "The rate of expansion of this universe has been measured so carefully that it escapes its own gravity and continues to expand. If it were a little slower, the cosmos would collapse, and if it were any faster, the cosmic material would have dispersed long ago." He further notes that this explosion was so fine-tuned that if there were even a difference of 1/billionth of a part in its value, it would disrupt the delicate balance of this universe. This Big Bang was not an ordinary explosion, but a specially arranged explosion of cared magnitude. Famous physicist Professor Stephen Hawking writes in his book, A Brief History of Time, that if the rate of expansion of this universe was even slightly less than its actual rate, just 1 second after the Big Bang, this universe would have collapsed before reaching this size. An American professor of astronomy, George Greenstein, writes in his book, The Symbiotic Universe, that after surveying all the evidence, one gets the impression that some supernatural agency is definitely involved in the creation of this universe. This supernatural agency is none other than Allah, as He Himself states in the Qur'an. Do not the unbelievers see that the heavens and the earth were joined together as one unit of creation before we clove them asunder? We made from water every living thing. Will they not then believe? To watch more videos like this on Islam and science, please subscribe to this channel. Thank you.